Hey, yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Torian Hines, the host from the Distorted Cosmos, the one that be doing the most. But let me put you on game. April 15th, my man Billy So Real, we got tickets right now. If you want some tickets, hey, just hit me up right now. April 16th, we're going to backdoor that. And we got an event with Cigar Rockstar. All of this is partnered with Rebel ENT. If you want to come in, if you want to tap out with, say you want to come out and tap in with us, just don't be afraid to hit that description below. DM me your email address and we got you. We got a lot of new projects come up. So don't forget to tap in with the future of music Dallas. There's a big project. Just don't wait till it drops. But until then, check my man Rome the Fro out. Say this is finna be a bum podcast. Be sure you listen all the way through. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Share this with your friends. Share this with any artist. If you need your business, if you need your things promoted, hit me up. But again, we just want to give a shout out to Rebel ENT. So this video is sponsored by them. They the one who hooked us up with these free tickets that we about to give out. And yo, it's about to be lit. Check out my man Rome the Fro. Hey! 3, 2, 1. What's going on? It's your boy Torian Hines. I'm the host from Distorted Cosmos. Sometimes I be doing the most. And today we got a special guest in the studio, my man Ron. What's going on, sir?
What's up, man? It is I, your neighborhood homie Romy, aka Roman the Fro in the flesh. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
Oh man, it's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to be alive. Any day above ground is indeed a blessing. Because there's a lot of people who wanted to wake up this morning, but just couldn't quite muster up the life in them. You know what I'm talking about?
Good point.
We got life in us, and we above ground. And again, as long as we got air in our lungs, there's opportunities.
Yes, sir.
There's opportunities, man. So, real quick, but before we jump into things, I just want to let everybody know that this podcast is sponsored by the Distorted Cosmos. If you want to join a podcast, if you want to start a podcast, if you have a podcast that you need to optimize it, please visit me at www.thedistortedcosmos.com. Again, the link will be in the description below, www.thedistortedcosmos.com. Again, if you want to start a podcast, if you want to be a guest on a podcast, it's just a small fee of $49. But again, you get to market your products, business and or service or projects to a worldwide audience, a big mass of people. So if you want to start your own podcast, if you want to get on my podcast, if you want to be a guest on someone else's podcast, again, www.thedistortedcosmos.com. Now, let's get back into my man here.
All right.
What's going on? So, how you been, sir?
I've been pretty good. Can't complain. And even if you do, who's gonna listen?
Right.
But yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Like I said, just for the most part, just been working on some stuff. Working on putting out another single and also a visual. Okay. The visual is actually going to be for my single "We Vibe Around Here," which came out January the 27th. But yeah, me and my videographer, we're going to get this finished up the following week. And yeah, I'm super ecstatic to get this out to y'all because, which some of y'all I know are watching that were actually a part of that shoot. I had so much fun. Really great shoot. It was so much fun.
Well, shout out to your videographer. I know he just had a new entrance into the world.
Congratulations to him.
Congratulations are in due. So if y'all see that man out there, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with him so that he can understand that we is shouting him out. We understand new life happens. Next time you're gonna be here getting your shots in, brother. But take care of the family first. So tell us about the new project.
Okay, so as far as my latest release, We Vibe, I just all of my friends that are close to me, my friend Akil, that's my videographer, my friend Josiah and all of them, they were like, yeah, man, and I like what you do, I already like what you do, and etc. And we want to see you do something a little bit different. And I was like, huh.
My energy different.
Yeah, no pun intended.
My energy different, though.
But yeah, so I was like, I just kind of want to change up the vibe, kind of slow things down a little bit, because my last single was Cruising, which that one was a head nod or two.
Okay.
But yeah, I just want to switch it up a little bit, and I just want to express myself and how could I have done that in my own fashion? It's like I wanted something that sounded like it could go on the radio, but also in my form of fashion and stylistic choice of music. And yeah, I was just like, every time people see me, they're like, "Dude, you're very unique. You're a good
Yeah.
person. You're this. You're that. Your energy's
Facts.
just
It's different.
yeah,
Your energy
over the
different.
top. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, I will make a song about that."
Okay.
And yeah, it just kind of went from there. It just flowed and felt so natural.
So walk me through the concept of writing a song. I know it's a process. It's not just a it's not just a mental process, but I know it's a creative process. And when some people create, they have to pull externally, but some people pull eternally,
Yeah.
and they pull from their experiences. They pull from yeah. So how do you come up with your music?
Yeah. So me personally, it's a lot of different elements. Me, I don't believe there's not just one way to write a song per se.
Yeah, yeah.
Like not even just whether that's emotionally or structurally or technically. Like there's no one way to do it. It's like it's all about how you feel like in that current moment. How, it's how you feel. What do you want to make? What are you trying to do? What is this for? What are your intentions behind creating this song? And from there, it's like once you get into the actual writing process, it's like you can start from the verse, you can start from the hook, you can start with ad libs. It's just so many different ways to approach music and making a song.
So is it lyrics first, then beat, or is it beat lyrics?
Yeah,
Yeah.
even that, like you can start with the beat, and then like you're like, okay, let me just come up with something, because that's how We Vibe came about. Like I started with the beat, and I was just like, I'm feeling this, and I was just like getting the flow down, getting how I wanted to punch in, what did I wanted to punch out, and with that being said, like sometimes it's the lyrics first. It's like, okay, you're just sitting there, you're writing, and it's like, what can I make? What can this go with? And you find a beat or you create something from scratch. I find it very fascinating on how many different levels and facets you can use and you can go through to create just one thing.
So what's the name of your latest of your latest single again?
So it's We Vibe around here.
We vibe around here. Okay.
Yeah. So the one that's like, yeah, my energy different.
Yeah. Okay. And so, what's the overall message that you want people to get when they hear your words of the song?
So, like for the most part, like I said, just like had a chorus say, like anytime I come around, anytime you see me, just know like my energy's different. Like not just different in the sense of like, oh, like I'm not just saying like, oh, I'm just unique or in a sense, but just like I don't like the same things everybody likes. I don't do the same things everything. I'm not trying to follow any trends or anything of the sort.
Yeah.
And then I also encourage everybody else to just be themselves and don't let anyone compromise or destroy your energy, because that's something it's very vital. It's very important.
So me as a spiritual person myself, I understand that energy isn't always reciprocated, especially when it comes to people around you or when it comes to people who believe in you.
Yeah.
So I know every last one of them wasn't a hit.
Yeah.
Or one,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so to stay active in your craft, what are some of the things you do to overcome those particular blocks when you put out that one and you like, oh, I'm feeling this one, and then you play it for somebody and everybody's like, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
That
So
one ain't it.
like it's funny because like what me personally, like I always tell my friends, like I personally like it's part of the reason why I started the secondary page.
Yeah.
Front Runner Studios for because it initially started off as
Plug it up.
yeah. So if you want any reviews or feedback on any of your music or anything like that, I have an alternate page called Front Runner Studios. That's FRONTSTUNNAH Studios, and you can find me on you can find it on all platforms and stuff. I usually have a live stream on Mondays on YouTube at 9 p.m.
Y'all tap in Mondays, 9 p.m. on YouTube. Hey, we're going to drop the link in the description below. If you want to tap in or if you want to get your music review, don't forget to like, comment, and share this out. Comment your song, comment your information below, and we're going to get back to you ASAP. So, yeah.
Yeah, so but basically, I like to have people around me that's not gonna tell me any bullshit. Basically, that's not gonna tell me anything. That's like, hey man, yeah, like that's the one. That's the one. Like, hey, it was like if you're not feeling it, if this isn't it, just let me know because I was like, if you're thinking this, then keep in mind there's the people that don't even know me. They're not gonna give a damn.
They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your say. They are gonna come at you with the full force of limit. Hey, yo, that shit trash, brother.
Yeah.
Don't quit your day job. we know how the internet be.
Yeah.
The internet be interneting. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, and when they tell me, I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, it is what it is. And sometimes like. The thing is, some things like I like to call are slow burners. Like there are some songs that are out that people are like, I'm not really feeling that, or this song is this song is that. Then down the line,
it grows on.
Yeah, it kind of like it was like, that's actually not that bad.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny because I remember what's her name, Ice Spice. She came out and everyone's like that thought I was feeling you song, and I was like.
It definitely was a slow burner. I ain't gonna lie, but now it's common now.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
I was feeling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is actually like I can't get this out of my head. Maybe it's just because it played so much that I have to. I'm just like I have to like it at this point. But I'm like, no, it's actually not that bad of a song. I've had way worse.
Do you think it's the beauty and the booty, or do you think it's the music? Let's be honest.
It's. I think it's like. Mostly, I'm gonna
it's that booty. But I get to look at the body, and then the music gets stuck in your head. You be like, okay, it's burning on me. It's getting there.
I think it's gotten better. Like I think it's
the music or the body.
I guess I'd say the music because I mean, like, there's a song she has with Pink Panthers. I thought it was okay. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think that. The remixes that they've done, like the house remixes, are pretty cool. I was like, oh, like I think that's the beauty and the power of the internet. People are able to restructure and redesign songs and remix them. I don't know if I can give that full credit to her, but regardless, it's still,
Yeah. Shout out to the house music. I fuck with the house music too. And for all y'all who don't know what the house music is, go listen to Drake's album, the one he made that everyone was like, "Oh, this album is not really Drake anymore."
Yeah.
Yeah. The boom boom.
Yeah.
Boom,
honestly,
boom,
never
boom,
mind.
Boom. Yeah. That one. Yeah. A lot of people didn't like that particular album because it wasn't. Typical to what he's been putting out here recently. But I tell people, when you're a multifaceted artist and you have a multifaceted fan base, you can't just continue to project to that one base when you have reach in Australia, you have reach in Paris, you have reach in Canada, you have reach in America, you have reach in South America. It's okay to make something about something that's hip to, or vibe with that connects to other cultures. Because I believe if you don't connect with other cultures, if you're the person who just stay kind of stagnant within your culture, I mean, a lot of people may say the same for, I'm a black-owned person only. I only shop with black-owned person. But that's not necessarily the case. The way I circulate my dollars versus the way I support my supporters, I believe that's completely different. And that's one of the reasons why I really vibed with your song, because it resonated with me in regards to having a different type of energy, a different type of vibe, because I knew I wasn't the sheep in the flock. A long time ago. I don't follow crowds well at all. And I don't, I may try a trend, but I'm not really a trendy guy. I like organic. I like original. I'm not saying I won't remake something that's funny, or I won't put my own spin on things. But that's the part that people that's the part that people miss, is putting your own spin on things. Put the you in it. Because a lot of people don't understand, but without the you in music, it's just somebody else's. It's
Yeah.
just it might as well be a high class karaoke song. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's not it doesn't give the you. Once you find your vibe and once you relax, it's like the bread aisle. There's 1,000 types of bread, but you like the one you like.
Yeah.
I like the one I like. We
Yeah.
still eating bread on the sandwich, right?
True.
True.
That is true. Yeah, I think like for the most part, there like music nowadays, it's I would say that it's a very oversaturated medium.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people with, especially with more music equipment like becoming available at a lower rate.
Auto tunes.
And
Auto
yeah,
tunes.
yeah. And the thing is too, it's like what people are realizing. I can sometimes make a radio equivalent quality track at the leisure of my home.
On your
And
iPhone.
yeah, you'll
Yeah.
be surprised. And so with that being said, it's like what makes you special, It's like
And what a lot of people don't know is you are the you. You
Yeah.
are the special sauce.
yeah.
And that's what a lot of I believe a lot of young artists who are still trying to find them.
Yeah.
When I was making music, it came from a point of loneliness and depression, and I was trying to find words to express how I felt, but still connect with other people because I understand that other people, my feelings were not new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. This particular stage and what I was going through is not new. So therefore, someone else already experienced this. And they voiced it in their particular way using their method. So I figured, okay, I can voice how I'm feeling in my way. So speaking of that, it rose into my next question: how do you gather inspiration?
Yeah. So typically it's so many different mediums. Usually I like to if I'm not really feeling that inspired, sometimes I just like to, talk to my people that's around me. Or it's so many different ways. I like to also, just go to the gym. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just need a breath of fresh air.
Facts.
That's literally it. And I think with like working out and stuff, it just gives you these endorphins and stuff like that to get your brain circulating. And then I notice like, oh, it's almost like for me, it's like almost like a jump start. It's like, okay, now I'm like my body's going, everything's moving, all my ideas are churning. I was like, okay, well, let's go home and work on some stuff. Or like I may just sit and game for like an hour and a half.
So what's your favorite exercise in the gym?
Bench press easily. Bench press and squats. I've recently changed my gym I go to from Planet Fitness to Fitness Connection. The reason
okay.
why I did that because I was working out with my girlfriend, and she goes to Golds, and it was a significant difference between Planet Fitness and Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I just
It is definitely.
like for
Yeah.
one, when I played sports and stuff like football and all that, we had like free weights. So pretty much you have to control the weight. It's not on a machine or
No, it's
it's
all
not-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it gives you more free reign and it shows you how to control the weight and you get the results faster. With Planet Fitness, it's not like that. Everything's weighted. They try to make a very safe environment. And my last straw was when basically I went to the gym the other day, and this is before I made the transition. When I went to the gym, I basically was working. I hadn't even started yet. I basically got done stretching. I was switching out weights, and a guy, I guess he dropped the weight behind me, and then they do that damn alarm. I hate that damn thing.
That
lunk alarm.
yeah.
I hate that damn thing
Yeah,
so
so-
much.
I actually got booted out of Planet Fitness.
I have so many stories of people like there's
Man.
so many stories of people getting booted out from Planet
Yeah,
Fitness.
it's the so I unintentionally got the lunk alarm sounded on me a couple of times. So I'm a runner.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a big guy,
Yeah.
but I'm a runner.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get on the machine and I run about an hour or so.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm a runner.
Yeah.
So I was in Houston at this appointed time.
Yeah.
And here I am at Planet Fitness. It's pretty late. I'd say about 8:39. For the
Yeah.
average person who has a 9 to 5, that's kind of your wind down time.
Mm-hmm.
So this particular day, treadmills happen to be full.
Yeah.
full. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just squeeze in, but I took some pre-workout, so I had like, a little burst of energy. So I was
Yeah.
like, cool. So I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. So I had that. I started out on 7.5.
Yeah.
That's how I already got motherfuckers looking like, who do you think he is? Coming in here running all fast and stuff.
Yeah.
So about 15 minutes in, I noticed the people on the side of me, it's people. I'm like, yo, don't compete with me. Trust
Yeah.
me. Compete with yourself. Stay
Yeah.
in your lane and just exercise. Just see if you can go as long as me where you are.
Yeah.
And that's competing with me. So this one guy, he bumped his up to 7.5. Now he feeling down over there. I'm like, buddy. Okay, cool. But again, I had that second wind in me. So I bumped him up to 8.5.
Yeah.
Oh, he get mad. So he tried to bump it up to 8.5. Buddy fell off. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, no, buddy. Yo. So we caused him a big scene. He went up there and told him that I was intimidating him by running. I'm like, I'm working out. So I'm intimidating you by continuing my workout. I scale up. That's like when you're doing 60 120s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point of the exercise.
Yeah, I mean, nobody told him to do that.
Nobody,
it's
exactly.
so, I mean.
So nobody told him to do that, but they was like, yeah, every time you get on the treadmill, we have noticed that you kind of clears out on the treadmill. I'm like, how is that my fault?
Yeah, you're just working out, and I understand where they're coming from. They're trying to make a safety gym
It's
or
not
family friendly, but it's like,
I'm working out.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's like at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. And then to top it off, with my situation, I hadn't even started yet. The guy behind me dropped the weight, and they were like, yeah, sir. So we had some like ruckus going on over here. So we just gonna need you to keep it down. And I was like, I was getting ready to say something. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to migrate and go somewhere else anyway.
Yeah, I definitely moved gyms after that.
Yeah. And then I realized, after speaking with my girlfriend, I realized that I was like, I either want to sign up here or go somewhere else. I was like, what all I need? Do I need my bank account? She's like, no, just use your card. And I was like, what? Yeah, she's like, just use your card. Because apparently, I know they take both, but Planet Fitness, they make you use your bank account.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I was like, and I was younger when I did it, so I wasn't really tripping on it. So
Same.
like,
yeah, I joined in Vegas, and I was like, just trying to get back in. But in Vegas, I was also 310 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a low commitment amount. Quick $20.
Yeah.
It ain't really breaking the bank. But I had to switch it up once I realized that my fitness level was kind of increasing to those around me. So I needed a little more challenge to myself.
Yeah.
So
they're kind of very restrictive. They encourage you not to be like.
But they bring pizza.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's the same gym that has like pizza Monday,
Fridays. When I was in Houston, it was Fridays. 7:00, fresh box pizza, stacked up across the counter.
I feel like that's very counterproductive.
It's a fucking setup, but you gotta keep busy. Yeah, you gotta keep them customers in there, right?
Yeah.
So all the weight you just worked to lose, we gonna give it right back to you in 3 slices of free pizza.
Yeah.
It's hard to turn down free pizza.
I know. Even now that sounds good. I'm just like,
it's like I'm sitting here like, what's today?
And I'm like, you just ran a mile. You lifted about 200 pounds and all this, and now they're gonna give you pizza. Like,
yeah, you done burnt off 472 calories. 3 slices is 580.
Yeah.
2 slices. No, shit. I think 1 slice of pizza. I don't know how many calorie count is in a slice of pizza, but it's pretty up there.
Yeah.
And so we're not knocking Planet Fitness.
Yeah, and like I said, I think the benefit of Planet Fitness, I can say, was if you get the Black Card membership, you pretty much can go to any one of them.
Yeah.
So if you move, it's not an issue, or if you're visiting
somewhere else,
so I can say that's a benefit.
So again, this video is not sponsored by Planet Fitness. going over our experiences and
Yeah.
some of the places that we draw inspiration. So as an entrepreneur, I'm like him. When I'm in the gym, that's when I get a lot of my mental focus time in. When I'm running on that treadmill, it kind of it takes me back to my military time, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't. So a lot of people say they can't meditate by sitting still.
Yeah.
And I completely get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me, I meditate in a good run. And when
Yeah.
I'm in that run, it's like my body is focused, so it's on autopilot.
Yeah.
And I tell people once you put your life on autopilot, it frees up your mind to actually dwell in the creative side of what you have going on.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe. There's some technical difficulties. So I definitely can
Yeah.
believe. Yep. With metering on the backside. It's all good. I definitely believe that having a good a good understanding of self, a good understanding of your body, a good understanding of your physical abilities will also transcend to your mental capabilities, especially when it comes to creative. Because if you're not mentally safe, if you're not mentally sound, what it will reflect in your art.
Yeah.
It will whether you're a painter, whether you're a poet, whether you're a singer, whether you're a rapper, your feelings will project itself through your art. Whether it's the stroke of the brush, whether it's how you pronounce a word, or it just could be the energy you put into a song.
Yeah. Or
So
whether you're doing it at all.
whether you're doing it at all.
I remember there was a point in time like I had like hit a steep of depression to where I had lost my car and stuff like that. It was just I was kind of just going through it a little bit, and then I was like thinking to myself like I was nervous like oh no am I gonna lose my job next, but in that period of time, I was like kind of just down. I was like, I'm not really feeling inspired anything because I wasn't going to the gym either. And it just kind of spirals into a downward spiral. But I noticed that anytime I would get up and run and stuff or go exercise, like I would encourage anybody. I'm not saying you have to be the most intense person in the gym or working out, but just do like some physical activity or just go out and get some sun because that helps a lot.
I agree.
Especially if you're down, just getting up and moving, I'm telling you, it's a tremendous help. And I'd say, I mean, obviously I'm not a doctor or anything, and if you have like clinical depression, obviously seek professionals. But if you're just down and you're like been in this long slump, like get out and move. It helps a lot.
When I was one of my low times, again, I've suffered from PTSD.
Yeah.
So one of the things that really got me out of my rut is psilocybin,
Yeah.
aka magic mushrooms. For all of those who didn't know, the active component in magic mushrooms is psilocybin. Psilocybin technically is some people call it the skin of the gods because it's in referencing to the trip that you have and referencing to the understanding of what's going on. Yeah.
This whole time I should have just.
Well, it's sideways, so now the people is like this. It's all good. Though. Yeah. But on those mushrooms, man, those were a saving grace for me mentally, a saving grace for me understanding myself, understanding what I was going through. And again, they've helped a lot of people with PTSD. They helped a lot of people who are clinically depressed. They helped a lot of people who are, going through it, but educating yourself on what you do and educating yourself on the amount to take and a bad trip versus a good trip and all these type of things. The seeking mental help, seeking health for your mental health is super important to having a creative vibe. Losing everything will definitely put your mental in shambles because, again, I was a engineer at a Fortune 500 company making over 150 grand a year. I stepped away from all that. I stepped away from all of that, and by doing that, it saved my mental status, but it's also put me in another mental space of shit. Am I gonna be able to make ends meet? Which is I had a plan, and the plan was already in motion before I quit. But it's still just a mental understanding of things. So when it comes to money, as a artist, what are a couple of ways and that's because a lot of people don't know that artists make money in multiple ways, not just, I'm going to put out a song and then I'm rich. No. So what are some of the other ways that artists can make money?
Yeah. So for one, disclaimer, I'm not afraid to admit this. I'm actually in the process to where I'm like actually manage my money better because I realize like I am not the best with money.
Yeah.
I'm not like not the fact that I just go out buying like frivolous things. It's just like sometimes it's like knowing where everything is being placed.
Indeed,
And
indeed.
sometimes I think what a lot of people nowadays I think that's a little bit more common than more people think. Um, just because I mean it's not really like general economics. Like I mean we took like one class in school. I mean it
Yeah.
depends on the education
The
system of where you
education,
go.
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, but one thing I can say that helps. Like I said, I'm working on me like if you have a if you want to monetize your art, just say your music. One is streaming. Streaming is the least profitable way in personally. Most artists already know this, but you mostly get paid from shows and
Shows.
merchandise. Like I said, I am setting back up my website. And, if you have dedicated fans, set up a Teespring account and you can have all your products drop shipping. You can announce new products and, offer discount codes or whatever. And your fans, if they're you're well connected and well based with them and in touch, they can just purchase their products from there. Another thing, like I said, doing shows that definitely helps you make your money from doing obviously doing events. Just have to make sure you're be privy to the event, who's throwing it, where is it going to be at, because with some events sometimes like sadly enough like what you want to focus on the most, I'd say that's mostly important, is bringing out your people because you don't know how well the
Yeah,
event is promoting
agree,
itself.
agree. You have to promote yourself. No matter what you got going on, marketing and promoting for yourself is fundamental. Regard if you are paying somebody else, you can't fully wholeheartedly put everything into that person,
Yeah,
especially if they don't necessarily have a track record.
yeah,
But again, I like organic.
yeah,
So you could bring out thousands of people, but they may be for another genre or for something else, so they're not
yeah,
too engaging with you. So it doesn't feel organic. It doesn't feel natural because
yeah,
again, the people who are for you versus the people who are just there to be a number
yeah,
and support you is different.
yeah,
So how your people come out to support you. And
yeah,
if you got somebody who got some art, who got a podcast, who got a song streaming, who paint, support your people, man, because this
yeah,
is how a lot of us eat. And if you be like, well, I ain't got no money, here's how you can do it for free. You can like their content. You can share it out to all of your platforms. You can share to another artist who you know somebody in the family who may be a musician. Hey, here go a similar artist. Just put it on your story.
yeah,
Put it on your story. Put it on your main page. It's gonna be gone in 24 hours, and you're good to go there. There's plenty of ways to show your support without actually spending a dime. We would love for you to circulate that black dollar, circulate that money within the economy, within our community. But again, there's plenty of ways in which you can support, local artists, plenty of ways you can support anybody who has a project with a simple like, comment, and share. And if you listen to us right now, if you got a comment, if you comment below if you got a business, comment below if you got a project coming out. And again, we'll be interested in your stuff, but nobody will know about your stuff if you don't let anybody know about your stuff.
yeah.
Just
True.
because you got a good idea in your head or you got a good idea on paper or you made a fly song, but it's just sitting in your hard drive, ain't nobody gonna hear
Yeah, yeah,
that. You gotta either sing that motherfucker, you gotta perform it, you gotta share it, you gotta play it, you gotta make some reels, you gotta make some TikToks, you gotta allow other people to use it.
yeah,
Yeah, you,
yeah,
you have to collaborate with people. So, yeah,
yeah. And one thing I wanted to add to that, and some people may disagree with me on this. One thing about it, well, and because the reason I mention this is like when you're beginning, whatever it is, mostly, especially in the entertainment industry, with music or videography, photography, do not be afraid to do anything free, starting off.
starting off, yeah,
Yeah, because the thing is, and I've actually seen my videographer do this firsthand. He changed his life within about a year and a half, 2 years. And like I remember when I met up with him, we were just like shooting content, and then he was shooting content for other people once they saw the content that we were making.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like you have to have some kind of
Proof of
portfolio.
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like after that, it was like he gradually moved up. It was like, okay, well now that people, I'm getting all these bookings. It's like, okay, now I'm gonna start charging. I'm gonna make an announcement. I'm gonna plan, make an announcement. Now I'm charging 150 per video. All right, now it's more bookings. People are loving it. Now I'm gonna raise my rates, go up and up and up.
Yeah,
And
that's the way you do it.
yeah, like, but I think some people try to monetize themselves too quickly without any proof of concept or anything of the
Yeah,
sort.
it's a lot of people who would read the manual and then tell you, "Hey, I need you to pay me
Yeah.
to explain this manual to you." You be like, "How do I know you really read that fucking manual?"
Yeah, I felt like what I realized after COVID, like once we were coming back out of it, like 2021,
Yeah.
going on 2022, I noticed a lot of artists started, studios, and the thing was, with that being said, I remember I even attempted it, but I was like, my engineering is not where it needs to be, so I was like, this needs to be converted to something else, and I was
Yeah.
like, people respected my critiques on music, so I just changed it into like a music critique page. But with that being said, like people are out of the gate, like, oh, okay, I'm starting the studio services, I'm charging $60 an hour. Mind you, if you think about that, $60 an hour, you can go to a professional who's been doing this for quite some time. A very nice studio, actually, like
Yeah.
places in Deep Ellum, Dallas, for like maybe even less than that. Because I remember I was paying like $45 at 50/50 studios, and they're really well established and have the room acoustic and everything, versus someone who's
But
yeah.
and again, as a person who started, as we're in my studio now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's I get it. Both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
And we have bills to pay.
Yeah, that makes
Right,
sense.
and the same way everybody else has bills to pay. But me personally, I have been podcasting for 3 years now.
Yeah.
So and I've helped people start podcasts, and
Yeah.
so that's the other reason why I was like, okay, well, the people who I helped start a podcast, you paying me to help you start a podcast, you can come to the studio for absolutely free.
Yeah.
Right.
That
And
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to market the studio space to let others come in here. Again, I had a set number. Okay, I'm gonna do X amount of free interviews, X amount of free studio time, so that way people can experience the room, the ambiance, the lights, the setups, the
Yeah.
moods,
Yeah, you
and
got a
everything.
compliment on your setup already, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it looks
Appreciate
really
y'all.
nice in here.
Thank
Yeah.
y'all. So yeah, but I'm switching it up more to where
Yeah.
now we can switch around to have another visual side, so that way you may not like the greenery. So we're going working on another side, but it's being dynamic. It's having a proof of concept.
Yeah.
You see the work, you've seen how others work, you've seen others' quality, you've seen the quality of people I bring in, you've seen the results of things. So therefore, the price tag is worth it now. Now
Yeah.
you can see where the money's going.
Yeah.
Versus someone who's day one never helped anybody out, never
Yeah.
been into a studio, never owned a business, but yet you're gonna try to give me a coaching class on owning the business when you never actually owned the
Yeah.
business.
See that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like you have experience with what you're doing. Some people started and they're like, okay, well, this is my rate.
This
I'm
is
like,
my experience.
And I was like,
Yeah.
well, for one, people don't even know, like like you said, proof of concept. People don't know who else have you worked with, or people don't know about, how seasoned you are.
Yeah.
So to right off the gate try to charge people, I'm like, I don't think that's quite effective. And then some people get upset, like, okay, why isn't my business fluctuating? Or it's because it's like you're trying to monetize a business that the foundation's not set yet.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't mind, setting up, doing like on my other page, setting up the free, setting up doing the reviews for free, setting up like the free reviews on my live stream. Up until a point it gets to a certain period of time, I'm like, okay, well,
Okay,
we're
that
getting a
line
lot
long.
of
Yeah,
work
that line
in.
long.
And it's like,
Yeah.
so it's like now it's time to start monetizing it. And then the reality of it is, people are going to be begging to pay you at that point because they realize, like, yeah, this guy's been like busting his ass. He's been
Yes,
going at it.
yes.
Like he's been really active.
Especially if you putting their songs in front of again thousands of millions of people, and they can
Yeah.
come back and play that again later, and they can come
Yeah.
back and play that again later. So your content is still evergreenly still be putting in front of people because people are coming back to check out your previous music, and especially if someone who may not be a big name now, but in 3 or 4 years, they search up this person's name where they started. It's still blossoming, it's still growing. So it's a definite long term model,
Yeah.
and and I believe it's one that's gonna sell, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna thrive. So before we get out of here, man, because our time is dwindling down, give the I want you to give two pieces of advice. Give
Yeah.
one to the new artist,
Yeah.
like the new artists who are getting ready to start or got their rhyme book, but
Yeah.
ain't really spit it yet.
Yeah.
Or someone who's kind of thinking about getting into the rap game, but not quite sure how to take that particular leap of faith. And my second tip I want you to just give the people something from the heart.
Okay. Yeah. So first tip, one thing I'd say about if you're new and you're gonna be an emerging artist, one, I'd say don't be afraid to experiment. Branch out. Like do whatever you feel. Just get comfortable with harnessing and honing your sound. Even if you're in that first year, you haven't put out anything. I would recommend putting out something. Just have it out, but just kind of just so people can see you grow. But just don't be afraid to experiment. And then lastly, regarding that, realize too that if you're coming into this thinking like, oh, this is going to be an easy money grab, it won't be. It's really difficult, and you're more than likely you're going to be spending more money at first than you're making.
Agreed. So now give them something from the heart.
Now, me personally, like my best advice, like just from me, lastly, like I said, don't get discouraged. I know it can be very challenging. I know things can be very tough. Things are hard. Life is hard. Like nothing worth while is going to be easy. Keep in mind, there's perfect examples. Lizzo, Fetty Wap, comedians. You think being an artist is hard?
Yeah.
Try being a damn comedian.
Slinging them jokes.
They have it hard. At least if you have 5 minutes to perform and people don't like your song, they may just say they may like your beat or something. You at least have something to backdrop on. Comedians, hey, but yeah.
If you ain't slinging them jokes correctly, they get you on the out of there quick.
But no, seriously though, on a serious note, but yeah, just don't for the most part, don't get discouraged. Like I said, with Fetty Wap, it took him like 2 to 3 years of promoting Trap Queen. Lizzo, I think at some point she said she was homeless. Just if you feel like this is something for you and you see a future in it, go for it.
Go for it. Even Rick Ross in his book, Hurricanes, and again in The Perfect Day to Boss Up, he'll tell you it took him about the average time is 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years in your craft, I think it's like 10,000 hours or something.
Yeah.
Once you cross over that threshold, then that's when kind of things really take off. But you have to start.
Yeah.
You have to start. So one last thing, man. I don't know if you feel like it or not, but go ahead on and give me a acapella verse real quick.
Oh, acapella.
Verse. Yeah. Here, let me spin it up.
Okay.
So people can hear you.
Let me see here. Does it have to be? It just have to be a freestyle? Does it matter? Or
It's up to you.
Okay,
It's up to you.
okay.
You give us something.
Okay.
It's a treat. Right? This right here is extra. This right here, we ain't asked for all this, but this is extra.
Okay.
This is extra.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like that one caught me off guard.
Yeah.
You're actually the first podcast to actually ask me for fuck it. All right.
This is the Store the Cosmos. I'm your host that be doing the most. Let's get it.
All right. So this is actually from a song that's not released on all platforms.
Ooh, this is exclusive. This is exclusive track.
So it goes like this. Travis, what's the ETA? Exploding the set like Michael Bay. I'm in the booth to lose my shit, Mike. Get kicked out cause I'm too cray. Fuck what they gotta say. I'ma do what I gotta do to drop a bomb in the stew. Niggas in D-Town already knew. Why the fuck you acting all brand new? Hardcore with the homie gore, rapping dogs at the reservoir. Automatics with chainsaws, bayonet, get for war. Okay, I'm reloaded. Better scatter like roaches. By the time I take aim, disappear hocus pocus. The haters talk shit, same lips they kiss ass with. Want what you got, but they can't have it.
Ooh, okay. So when is that one gonna drop?
That one. So basically, it's a there's like a demo version of it that I dropped
Yeah.
on SoundCloud, but I'm gonna delete that one and just do a re-upload.
Okay.
Problem was, I have to do like a remix on it. That one's actually a feature from an artist out in I believe he's in Arlington. Travis Gore.
Okay,
And
shout out,
he's
Travis, shout out.
yeah, he's pretty fucking dope. I think he has a show tonight, so shout out to him.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's basically what that's from. And yeah, I haven't like it's been so long since I went over there. Something I was back in like 2020.
Hey.
But yeah, yeah, so I'm probably gonna re-release that.
Okay,
after I get it mixed again.
Well, shit, we thank you for being on the Distorted Cosmos again. I'm your host that be doing the most, and we got my man Rome. So wait, before we go, tell the people how to find you.
Yeah, man. You can find me on all platforms at Roman DeFro. That is ROMANDAFRO. Once again, ROMANDAFRO. Roman DeFro. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So it's on there, like, you don't have to change anything or anything of the sort. I'm on all platforms with that name.
And I believe if you tag him on IG, he has a link tree that links to all his other platforms. So you just want to do one-stop shop, I'll drop his IG in the bottom of the description below. Again, if you got anything out of this podcast, man, don't forget to like, comment, and share that particular part. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the Instagram page, share the Instagram page out with somebody else. We know you rocking with us, and if you ain't, you rocking with us now. Welcome to the fam. We appreciate you. We love you, and please do actually hit that like button because we all trying to make it out here in this algorithm. It requires some engagement. So on that note, we finna get ready to head out here, man. I thank you again.
Anytime, man.
It's been a
Thank you
blessing,
again,
sir.
brother.
It's been a blessing. And again, for all y'all out there, y'all stay home, stay blessed, stay safe. Anything for them?
Yeah, man. Hey, my energy different. Keep your energy different too.
Hey,
Peace.
his energy different. Stop recording on that one.